Pokemon Switch 2018 and what it means. Part 1, the announcement. For the past few months, we have been receiving lots of Pokemon rumors and teasers about what the next Pokemon Switch games would be. There was a Lapras image, there was supposed Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee rumors, and we also had rumors that we get an announcement before the end of May. Of course, with all this excitement, I was also making sure to take things with a grain of salt because we can't confirm anything until Game Freak, Nintendo, or Pokemon themselves confirms it. But then all of a sudden, Tuesday night between 8:30 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Pokemon Twitter page posts this image with a message saying Pokemon conference in Japan happening in 20 minutes. And I'm like, wow, they're having a conference in Japan right now. They're gonna do a whole bunch of Pokemon reveals, which they did. Of course, I wish they would have allowed us to watch the conference live, but instead they just tweeted updates through Twitter. So let's get to those reveals. The first game revealed was Pokemon Quest. Pokemon Quest is a spin-off game which will be available on Nintendo Switch and mobile devices like Apple and Android. Currently, it only has Gen 1 Pokemon, none of their post-Gen 1 evolutions, just Gen 1 Pokemon. And the game is based on an island of multiple different areas called Tumble Keep Island. And basically, the Pokemon are now kind of block-sized figures, kind of like Roblox or those type of things, and you basically go with a team of 3 Pokemon. You adventure around the area, battling other Pokemon and bosses in order to get ingredients to cook food to attract more Pokemon, or to get health and attack boosters in order to build up your team's raw strength. And the game, which this is funny, the game, as soon as the game was announced, it was released on Nintendo Switch. So the game is already out. It was released May 29th, 2018, literally minutes after it was announced. And it will be coming to smartphones later in June of this year. The next games, which were the games that the biggest reveal that people were looking forward to, was Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Yes, the rumors were true. I'm shocked. Basically, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee are not main core RPG series. It means that they're not like the generation games like Red, Blue, or Yellow, or Black and White, or Sun or Moon. But they're also not really spin-offs. Is complicated. But basically, they are a remake, reboot, or retelling of Pokemon Yellow, which means it's based in the Kanto region, and it's going to be incorporating Pokemon Go in the sense that you will be able to capture Pokemon in the game like you capture in Pokemon Go using the Joy-Cons. You'll be able to transfer Gen 1 Pokemon from the Switch games to Pokemon Go, and from Pokemon Go to the Switch games. So that's amazing. The games will also feature local co-op, and due to its Pokemon Go aspect of catching, there are no random Pokemon battles, which means that you can't grind XP on wild Pokemon. And since this is a Kanto region-based game, only Gen 1 Pokemon would be featured in this game. But some good news is that the mascots, Pikachu and Eevee, you can customize them with clothing, which is nice. They also always stay out of their Pokeballs, and they will always be either on top of your head or on your shoulder. Following Pokemon is back, which means that Pokemon will follow you around. And also, a Pokemon ride feature, or something similar to Pokemon Ride, is coming back too, in which you can ride Pokemon like Charizard, Lapras, Onix, and more. And these games are going to release November 16th, 2018. So basically, this year. And then the big announcement that a lot of the hardcore Pokemon fans were looking forward to is that Pokemon is having a brand new RPG, core RPG title coming out in 2019. And what makes this great is that this game was the same game that was announced in E3 of last year. And since this is that game, that core RPG game, we can confirm that this is going to be Generation 8. And all we know now is that it's set to release late 2019, so holiday season of next year. So it looks like Pokemon is going to start to become holiday releases from this point forward, which is pretty cool. So yeah, a lot of reveals. Part 2. What does this mean for Pokemon? Well, the answer to this goes in with what is Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee? Well, based on the announcement of the game coming in 2019, we can pretty much confirm that this is not a main series game. So it's not like the generational games that come out, which introduce new Pokemon or a new region or new mechanics, things like that. But it's not necessarily a spin-off in the same sense of Mystery Dungeon or Pokemon Rumble or Pokemon Conquest. So what is it? And this brings us to my theory, which is that this is a brand new type of Pokemon game series, which is called the Let's Go series of Pokemon games. Pretty much, Pokemon Go was a huge phenomenon when it came out in 2016. And despite what people say about it being dead or dying, or how many times they can screw up the Chicago the Fest events that they have, Pokemon Go is still an amazing game. It has a huge fan base and a huge amount of people that are still dedicated to playing. And Nintendo and Pokemon, I think they all see this as an opportunity, and Pokemon Go is still missing some key features that people were complaining about that weren't there. Like what happened to being able to trade, and what happened to being able to battle with people one on one like that. And as much as we want that, you know, I can see why Niantic would have a hard time implementing that. I mean, the trading. I mean, trading it's gonna be complicated in the sense that like local trading would be simple because you'll be there with the person, but then you have to think about, well, there are Pokemon that are exclusive to different regions, so you're gonna have to incorporate long space trading like the global trade system in the Pokemon games, and that isn't the most easiest thing. And then as for one-on-one trainer battles, well, since we have CP, that makes it very complicated. Like the way CP is used in gym battles and raids makes sense, but a one-on-one battle with Pokemon at this CP, like it would like if you want to make it like a traditional Pokemon battle system, then that's going to be extremely hard to do because of the high levels of CP and the minimum damage that attacks do. And unless you want to make it to a whole tap festival, pretty much the person who wins is whoever taps the fastest, then I don't really see that happening on the mobile port itself. So with the Let's Go series and Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, you're able to transfer Pokemon from Pokemon Go into the game and vice versa. And you can trade through Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and you can battle one on one through Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee with their online system there. And that makes it a lot easier. Also, this helps people who love Pokemon Go but weren't really a big fan of Pokemon or played Pokemon a long time ago and fell out of it to come back into the series for something that is more simplified. That's why the mechanics are simple. Yes, you have battling, you have your starters, but you don't have to worry about the complexity of randomized Pokemon battles or EVs and IVs or things like that. you catch Pokemon in the game, just like you catch Pokemon Go. And according to the trailer, it looks like in the game the Pokemon has levels, but it also has CP, which that's a whole nother thing too. One thing that was missing too was the case of an XP bar, so we don't know if CP will be replacing XP or something like that. But basically, this is what this is. This is a brand new Pokemon series that's going to incorporate Pokemon Go with Pokemon RPG elements. And I think this will work because it's using the third games of each generation as a basis for the games. For example, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee are remakes of Pokemon Yellow, which was the third game, not counting Pokemon Blue, that was released in the first generation. So you have Pokemon Red and Green in Japan, but they also had Pokemon Red and Blue internationally, and then Pokemon Yellow that came out. And we already got remakes for Pokemon Red and Blue, or Red and Green, and Fire Red and Leaf Green. So what about Pokemon Yellow? Basically, you can take those games, so like Pokemon Yellow, Pokemon Crystal, Pokemon Emerald, Pokemon Platinum, and so forth, and take those games and basically incorporate them into Pokemon Go, and that way you create a system in which you can pretty much remake every generation as Pokemon Go is incorporating these generational Pokemon into their game. So right now we have up to Generation 3, and the first Pokemon Go RPG is coming on the Switch this year. That means that the next game, if they want to continue this as a series, that means that the next game would be a remake of Pokemon Crystal, in which you'll be able to trade Gen 1 and Gen 2 Pokemon between Pokemon Go and these future games. That is, if this is a real theory, or this theory turns out to be true. And I think this is an amazing idea. You have that way you can appeal to the Pokemon Go fans and the simplified Pokemon fans, or the casual people, with these games, and then you can appeal to the core Pokemon fans, the ones that are in a competitive battling or collecting and trading, or fans like me, in the sense that I will pretty much buy anything Pokemon because I support them 100%. With that, you have a wider brand of people that you can reach, and it's really going to help Pokemon grow beyond what it is right now. And so that leads into the future of Pokemon. So, as already is confirmed, there are no more Nintendo 3DS Pokemon games coming out. No main series games and no spin off games. Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon were the last main series games on the 3DS, and Detective Pikachu looks like it was the last Nintendo 3DS game for Pokemon. That means that all future Pokemon games, as of now, will be appearing on the Nintendo Switch, unless the Nintendo Switch has a successor, which I doubt will be too far away from what the Switch is now. So that's good. And that means that there will now be officially three types of video games, if my theory is true. The main core series, which deals with competitive battling, it'll introduce new regions, it'll introduce new Pokemon, new mechanics, and it'll also include official remakes of past generational games. So that means Fire Red, Leaf Green, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, and whatever the Diamond and Pearl remakes are going to be. Which, with this, I can say we shouldn't even expect Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remakes until, let's say, 2020 or 2021. As of right now, that makes the most sense. Then two, we have spin-off series, and these are the games that aren't main series. So the Mystery Dungeon games, the Rumble games, the Detective Pikachu, Pokemon Quest, Conquest, those games are all spin-off series. And then the third series of games, which is the brand new one, would be the Let's Go series, which will be RPG games based on past remakes that have not been used in a remake, an official remake yet, and it will incorporate that RPG aspect into Pokemon Go. And so, just reiterating what I stated, this is pretty much the structure. So, the main core series has all the generations, Gen 1 to Gen 7, and then Gen 8 starting in 2019, and all the games there. And then we have the spin off series, the Mystery Dungeon, Ranger, the N64 games, the GameCube games, Rumble games, the Wii U and Wii games, and then the other spin offs. And then finally, the Let's Go series, which started with Pokemon Go and includes Pokemon Go, but now includes all of the Let's Go games, if that is what they're going to continue to call them. And so that wraps everything up. I am excited for these games. I'm excited for this announcements. I am excited for what the future of Pokemon holds. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to like the video, share it with a friend, and subscribe to the channel for more content. And please share your thoughts. How do you feel about Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee? And be sure to follow us on social media. Have a nice day!